Good morning, everybody. My name is Abby, and today we're going to be doing a heart opening flow. So, in addition to your mat or a carpet or something soft to practice on, you might want to have like a towel handy, maybe close to your mat, maybe some blocks. And there is an option for a rolled up blanket at the end if you would like to have a blanket underneath your back while we are practicing at the end for the resting pose. Or if you want to have a blanket to cover up with in your resting pose. So go ahead and grab your things and we will meet on the mat in an easy seat. While we're settling in, maybe taking a moment to notice how the legs feel in this position. Maybe we move our body out of the way so that we can connect our sits bones with the ground. And then when you're ready, maybe allowing the eyes to soften to a point on the ground in front of you. And maybe they come all the way to a close. Hands can be on the tops of your knees, or one hand can come to your torso and one to your chest. Taking a moment to arrive in the space. Maybe you notice any little sounds that are around you. Maybe you notice the way that the ground feels underneath your sits bones. Maybe you take a minute to notice all the different points along the ground that you're making contact with it. Bringing our attention to the breath. Seeing if we can have our breath gently move our lower hand, moving out with each inhale, moving in with each exhale. Checking in with the shoulders. Can I drop them away from my ears a little bit more? Can I reach up through the top of my head a little bit more, lengthening my spine while I drop my shoulders away? And coming back to the breath. take a moment to send the breath through both of your arms to the fingertips. Send your next breath down your torso, through your legs to your toes. Checking in with the body. Am I holding anywhere? Can I release a little bit more? And then maybe your hands come to the tops of the knees. We're going to do a few rounds of seated cat-cow. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed if you'd like, or you can open them, or even keep them softened on a point of the floor in front of you. We're going to inhale, bringing our nose forward and tipping it up, rounding the back of the spine, forward as we inhale, and then exhale, rounding through the back, creating a big circle in front. Almost enough space to hold a big ball. Inhale, come forward. Dropping the shoulders away. Exhale, round back. Tipping back on the hips, maybe. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Go ahead and move through 2 more of those at the pace of your own breath. And we'll meet back in stillness at the end. If your eyes are not already open, maybe they start to flutter a little bit open, coming back into the room. If you've been sitting with your legs crossed one way, maybe you take a minute to switch the cross of your legs. Settling back in. From here, we're going to stretch our left hand out on the mat to the side. Right hand comes on top of the head. And with our exhale, we're going to drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. The hand is not pulling, it's not heavy. It's gently guiding the right ear. Breathing in to the side of the neck. Inhale up to center. We're going to turn our nose to a 45-degree angle towards the armpit. And with our next exhale, we're going to drop the chin down. Again, just guiding the chin. back to center. We're going to switch hands on the floor. Right hand comes out to the side, left hand on top of the head. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Sending the breath to the right side of the neck. Can we drop that shoulder down a little bit more and release it? Inhale back to center. We're going to turn our nose to that 45-degree angle again. And with our exhale, going to drop towards the armpit. Inhale back up through center. Beautiful. We're going to take a few shoulder rolls. We're going to inhale the shoulders forward and up, exhaling them back and down. Feel free to really exaggerate these rolls if your body is asking for it, or maybe you stay localized in the top shoulder range. I encourage you to meet your body wherever it is. We're going to go ahead and reverse the roll. We're going to inhale back and up. Exhale forward and down. And then settle back into stillness. Go ahead and stretch both of your legs out in front of you. We're going to come in for seated forward fold. Again, feel free to move any flesh out of the way to get your sits bones in the ground. Nice and seated. And then we're going to inhale up, stretching through the top of the head. Exhale, folding forward. If you would like to have a generous bend in the knees, that's great. If you do have a bend, maybe you gently kind of walk them both up and down, or maybe you leave them bent. We're hinging from the hips, we're tall through the top of the head. Beautiful, you guys. Inhale up. Go ahead and bring your right knee into your chest. Give it a little hug. Maybe rock a little back and forth on your hips, on your sits bones. If your body's asking to stay right here, this is a beautiful place to be. Or you can bring your foot over the top of your leg. Cross it over, see how that feels. In whichever place you are, we're going to hook the top of that right knee with our left elbow. Right hand plants behind. And we're going to inhale, stretch up. Exhale, twist. Gaze comes as far back towards that right shoulder as your body needs. Maybe you'll allow each exhale to draw you a little deeper into that twist. Inhale back to center. Beautiful. We're going to drop that right foot into this kind of corner. Beautiful. And then we're going to fold forward again. This time with one foot at kind of a 90. It can be anywhere along your leg. It can be out here if that feels more right. It can be here. You might want to put like one of your props under your knee if it feels more comfortable. Whatever you're needing in this moment, we're going to fold forward. Inhale, rise up. We're going to switch the legs. This time drawing the left leg up towards us. Give it a nice hug. Our legs do so much for us every day. We're just giving them a little love. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe you guide that left foot up and over your right leg. Wherever you are, hooking the top of that left knee with your right elbow, stretching up through the top of the head. Left hand plants behind. Exhale and twist. Again, maybe each exhale guides you a little deeper into this twist. Maybe each inhale rises you up a little bit more, stretching from the base of the spine all the way up through the top of the head. Inhale, come forward. Beautiful, you guys. We're going to bring that left ankle in. Go ahead and take a minute and get settled. Left foot comes in to any point along that right leg. And then we're going to inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhaling back up. Beautiful. We're going to come to our tabletop position. So go ahead and make your way onto your knees. Hands and knees. Knees are going to be underneath the hips. Hands underneath the shoulders. Taking a minute to settle. Beautiful. And then pushing back gently into child's pose. If you need more space between your heels and your thighs, you can always grab a blanket and stick it right here in between the two of them, giving you a little bit more space. You can even put that blanket underneath the bottoms of your feet if you need some support for your toes. Wherever you are, finding what your body needs today. Inhaling up to tabletop. Beautiful. We're going to bring our right leg through. Our foot is going to come in between our hands. You can keep it pretty much right there in between, or you can skid it out a little bit more. If you have your blocks handy, this is a great time to grab your blocks. Taking a minute to settle in. And then when you're ready, inhaling, stretching up. And exhale, opening to the side. Beautiful. Coming back to the front, inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms or goalpost arms. Inhale up. Exhale, drop your hands down. We're going to send our hips back. You may need to walk your foot out for these half splits, or they might be fine where it is. We're thinking long through the spine, bending forward. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go up, standing into our forward fold. So you can tuck your back toes and send your weight forward, or you can come however you would like to arrive in your forward fold. Just letting everything hang down. Generous bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling all the way up to stand in mountain. Hands can be down. We're drawing our shoulder blades together, opening up the heart. And release. Go ahead and come to face the long edge of your mat. Toes are going to be slightly turned out to the sides. Beautiful. We're going to do some wide-legged forward folds with our cactus arms. Inhale, stretching the arms all the way up. Exhale them to cactus. Really opening through the front of the chest. And then exhale, swan dive, bringing those arms down with you to the floor or to blocks. Maybe your hands are on your calves. Maybe they're on the floor. And while you're here, if it's nearby, go ahead and grab your short little towel that we mentioned at the beginning. We're going to bring it up with us. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up to stand. Go ahead and bring that towel behind your back. We're going to grab it with two hands. Beautiful. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, fold forward while holding the towel between your two hands. Allowing the hands to kind of drop away from your body. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up to stand. Go ahead and move the towel to one hand. We're going to do cactus arms next. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale while pinching the shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold forward, dropping those hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your towel with you still, coming all the way up. Hands raise above the head. Exhale, release the hands. We're going to bring them together behind us again, grabbing anywhere along the towel that you need. They can be closer together, they can be farther apart. And then when you're ready, inhaling, just thinking about drawing those shoulder blades together, dropping them away from the ears. Exhale, fold forward. Remembering to breathe. Is there anything I can release? Inhale, rise up. Beautiful. Just take a minute to go ahead and roll your shoulders out. Maybe you pair it with your breath again. Beautiful. Maybe you switch directions. Beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and release your towel to be down beside you on the ground. We're going to do one last cactus arms and wide-legged fold. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, cactus arms, really thinking about drawing those shoulder blades together in the back. Exhale, fold forward, bringing the hands down with you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And this time we're going to just walk our hands towards the left foot, leaving our right leg behind us, turning on the foot. We're going to drop the knee down to the ground. Beautiful. Maybe you bring your knee to a right angle here. Maybe it comes out a little bit more in front of you. Maybe you have your blocks. From here, we're going to inhale, rising up. Exhale, twist towards the leg that's bent up. Inhale back through center, raising the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Noticing if anything is different on this side. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, release the arms to the floor or to the blocks. We're going to send the hips back for half splits, moving your foot wherever it needs to be, or leaving it where it is. Beautiful, you guys. Long and straight through the spine. Beautiful. Go ahead and release that leg behind you. Coming back into your tabletop. Good, and once you're there, we're going to come to a seat. You can come to butterfly, you can come to an easy seat, wherever you'd like to be. We're going to grab that towel and drop it behind our back. Grab it with your hand on the underside and just gently pull to open that up. Breathing in. Beautiful, you guys. Exhale, release. Go ahead and switch hands. Actually, leave it here in your lap just for a second. Inhale, stretch the arms wide. Maybe you drop them down and back a little bit. Tip your chin up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release. Just shake the arms out. Just shake them out. Beautiful. Now go ahead and grab with your left hand and drop it down your back. Reaching and grabbing wherever you need on the towel. Breathing here. Thinking, can I drop my opposite shoulder away from my ear? Can I create space there? Exhale, release. Go ahead and open up through the chest again. Big and wide, stretching as far as you can from fingertip to fingertip. Chin is tipping up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release. Just shake out the arms. Beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and come down to tabletop again. We're going to lower ourselves onto the mat. While you're lowering yourself, I encourage you to maybe try to go as slowly as you can. Hands are underneath the shoulders. We're lowering down. Beautiful. With the hands still underneath the shoulders, we're going to think about drawing the top of our head as far away as we can from our toes, creating that length in the spine, pinching our shoulder blades together. With our inhale, we're going to rise up and maybe hover our feet, our toes over the ground a little bit. Inhale, rise. Hovering the feet as much over the floor as you can while still maintaining that length in the spine. Exhale, release. Go ahead and stretch your left hand out on the mat to the side of you. It's completely flat and stretching. Plant your left cheek on the floor and use your right hand to push your body up and over, planting the right foot on the floor behind the left leg. Breathing here, checking in with the shoulders again. Can I drop my right shoulder away from my ear? Inhaling back to center. Planting both hands underneath the shoulders again. We're going to do another rise. So go ahead and take your time. Lengthen through the spine and the toes. And inhale, rise. Instead of thinking about pushing yourself up, we're thinking more about drawing the shoulders together and creating this kind of tug of war between the top of the head and the toes, both stretching. Exhale, release. Go ahead and stretch your right hand out on the floor to the side of you. We're going to plant the right cheek on the floor and use the left hand to push our body, sending our left foot up and over the right leg, planting it on the ground. And on this side, thinking again about dropping that left shoulder a little bit more away from the ear. Inhale back to center. Go ahead and push yourself back up into tabletop position. We're going to get ready for our resting pose. On your way to your resting pose, you can grab any blankets that you might have. Just bring them close to your mat. You might have anything else you want, and then we're going to lower ourselves onto our back. Beautiful. Before we finally settle into our pose, I am going to give you guys an opportunity to take any last movements that you need. Maybe you hug your knees to chest. Maybe you rock those hips back and forth. Maybe you come into happy baby. And when your body is ready for it, your stillness in Savasana. If you've brought that blanket nearby, you can stretch it out behind you underneath your spine, rolling it up. Your head can come to the base of it, or to the top of it, I guess. Head can come to the top. This is just an opportunity to open up the heart a little bit more while you're resting. And if it feels right, you can leave your legs long. Maybe you bring them mats width distance apart and drop the knees in. Just take a minute to kind of experiment with what your body is needing. Maybe you bring your rolled up blanket under your knees. Whatever you're needing in this moment. We're going to have a 7-minute long Savasana. I'll be here to guide you out at the end. Taking a moment to allow movement to come back into your fingers and toes. Maybe you allow your feet to start windshield wipering back and forth. You're welcome to stay on your mat as long as you'd like, but if the rest of the day is calling to you, maybe you roll onto one side and gently press yourself up to a seat. Thank you all for taking this time for your body, soul, and mind to move. We all need it so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.